Three things tell a man: his eyes, his friends, and his favorite quotes. You only know me as you see me, not as I actually am. We are not rich by what we possess, but by what we can do without. Rules for happiness: something to do, someone to love, something to hope for. Patience is the strength of the weak. Impatience is the weakness of the strong. If you punish a child for being naughty and reward him for being good, he will do right merely for the sake of the reward. And when he goes out into the world and finds that goodness is not always rewarded, nor wickedness always punished, he will grow into a man who only thinks about how he may get on in the world and does right or wrong according as he finds advantage to himself. But a lie is a lie, and in itself intrinsically evil, whether it be told with good or bad intents. Do the right thing because it is right. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. The only thing permanent is change. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. Most men use their knowledge only under guidance from others because they lack the courage to think independently using their own reasoning abilities. It takes intellectual daring to discover the truth. Genius is the ability to independently arrive at and understand concepts that would normally have to be taught by another person. Always recognize that human individuals are ends and do not use them as means to your end. Give a man everything he wants, and at that moment, everything is not everything. Man's duty is to improve himself, to cultivate his mind, and when he finds himself going astray, to bring the moral law to bear upon himself. Great minds think for themselves. The two great dividers are religion and language. Ingratitude is the essence of vileness. Live your life as though your every act were to become a universal law. There are two things that don't have to mean anything. One is music and the other is laughter. The wise man can change his mind. The stubborn one, never. Look closely. The beautiful may be small. Heaven has given human beings three things to balance the odds of life: hope, sleep, and laughter. All perception is colored by emotion. The bad thing of war is that it makes more evil people than it can take away. Perpetual peace is only found in the graveyard. Do what is right, though the world may perish. If justice perishes, human life on earth has lost its meaning. It is through good education that all the good in the world arises. In law, a man is guilty when he violates the rights of others. In ethics, he is guilty if he only thinks of doing so. The question is not so much whether there is life on Mars as whether it will continue to be possible to live on Earth. A single line in the Bible has consoled me more than all the books I ever read besides. For peace to reign on Earth, humans must evolve into new beings who have learned to see the whole first. The greatest human quest is to know what one must do in order to become a human being. It is never too late to become reasonable and wise. Enlightenment is man's leaving his self-caused immaturity. Immaturity is the incapacity to use one's intelligence without the guidance of another. Such immaturity is self-caused if it is not caused by lack of intelligence, but by lack of determination and courage to use one's intelligence without being guided by another. Sapir ad. Have the courage to use your own intelligence, is therefore the motto of the Enlightenment. Two things fill the mind with ever new and increasing admiration and awe. The oftener and more steadily we reflect on them, the starry heavens above me and the moral law within me. All our knowledge begins with the senses, proceeds then to the understanding, and ends with reason. There is nothing higher than reason. The hand is the visible part of the brain. If man makes himself a worm, he must not complain when he is trodden on. The human heart refuses to believe in a universe without a purpose. Experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. He who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. Space and time are the framework within which the mind is constrained to construct its experience of reality. Feminine traits are called weaknesses. People joke about them, fools ridicule them, but reasonable persons see very well that those traits are just the tools for the management of men and for the use of men for female designs.